Download the BCSN Plus app today.
We begin with a big story of the day, the Battle of I-75. Last 4 meetings have been won by the road team. That is good news for the Toledo Rockets as they travel to Bowling Green. But first-year head coaches for the Falcons have done very well in the Battle of I-75, which is good news for Eddie George. 90th edition of the matchup, sold out Deutsch Perry Stadium. A little bit of a surprise. Lucian Anderson III starting at quarterback for the injured Drew Pine. It's the Rockets hurting Bowling Green early and often. 1st and 10, Chip Tranum, 14-yard score, 7th rushing touchdown of the year. UT up 7-0. Later in the first, Rockets right back in the red zone. Tucker Gleason's going to keep it. Quarterback keeper untouched, doubling up that Toledo lead. Second quarter now, Toledo trying to pull away. Gleason to his tight end, Jacob Peterson. UT over 300 yards of offense in that first half, builds a 21-0 lead. But the Falcons finding life before the break. Anderson to Cameron Petaway. Look at all those blockers. Weaving his way through the defense into the end zone. Falcons down 14 on the 45-yard score, but they take momentum into the second half. Anderson settling in, finds Jacob Harris, the son of Falcon legend Josh Harris, the 8-yard touchdown. Mom is hyped up as it's a one-score game. Got to have special plays in rivalry games. Wide receiver R.J. Garcia II, the perfect spiral to a wide open. Petaway steps out of the Emmanuel McNeil Warren tackle. 73-yard score, and just like that, we are tied. The Deutsch 24,000 strong going crazy. Rockets looking to respond. Penalty pins them deep. It's a fumble. Isaiah Thomason recovers. Thinks it's a touchdown, correctly ruled. He was down at the 1. Very next play, Chris McMillan, Falcons leading rusher all game long, puts Bowling Green on top. 28 straight points. Rockets chance to tie it. We've heard about the butt fumble in the NFL. What about a butt interception? MJ Cannon taking it off Trayvon Rudolph's backside. Bowling Green keeps the Battle of I-75 trophy. 28-23 the final. Team coverage from Wood County as Nicole Weaving shares the Falcon reaction to the big win.
What a thrilling comeback. In the span of 5 plays, the Falcons went from down a touchdown to taking the lead as Eddie George earns his first signature win that embodies the culture he's building here at Bowling Green.
We talk a lot about, guts, our ethos, having faith, built for the 4-4, built for the 4 minute of the fourth quarter. And I grind those kids, man, for moments like that, and it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty at all in the beginning, and we had to overcome adversity. It's toughness through adversity, and I watched the team grow up today. I watched them evolve. I watched them come to life today.
Bowling Green's defense flipped a switch in the second half to shut out Toledo, which the Falcons say was more mental than tactical.
In the first half, you could see us a lot, like our emotions got control of us. And in the second half, we did more of just playing our brand of football, less talking and just playing.
We talked about that all week long, is that, hey, this is an emotionally charged game. Don't let your emotions get ahead of you. Got to stay disciplined, got to stay focused. And that's the way we play anyway. We just had to settle down and not get discouraged and trust the work, trust our training.
Cam Petaway had arguably the 2 biggest plays of the game, a pair of touchdown receptions for 118 yards as he continues to show his potential as an offensive weapon.
I've grown a lot, especially from the first game. Just getting mental reps and practicing, just proving what I can do in practice and on the field just helps gain the trust of these coaches. From
the time that I got here, he wasn't even in the plans to even play. But you can see his explosiveness and what he brings to the table. Without those 2 big plays, certainly the play at halftime was a big momentum shift for us. That screen, and he was just resilient to get in there. I mean, you saw the first play of the year. He had the big return. So he is becoming an explosive player, and his confidence is starting to grow now. And what we have to do is find ways to get him the ball more.
This is the first time Bowling Green has won consecutive Battle of I-75 showdowns since the win streak from 2007 to 2009. Now for more on the Rockets' collapse, I send it over to Yao Bonsu.
Nicole, you said it. Toledo blew a 21-0 lead. There's a difference between aggressive defense and disciplined aggression. Toledo had 13 penalties today for 109 yards. It's the first time the Rockets have been shut out in a second half this season, and it's the second time the Rockets have blown a double-digit lead. All that being said, head coach Jason Candle wants the team to look itself in the mirror and move forward to next week.
We've got, some soul searching to do as it comes to, when things don't go our way. We're at times, I'm not going to sit here and comment on penalties, but I don't know. How many do we have? 13 of them or something like that. So I guess we're twice as undisciplined as Bowling Green is, I guess. And that falls on me, so got to get it fixed. You have to have enough humility to continue to tell yourself the truth on what it is that you have to improve on, whether you win the game or whether you lose the game. Like I said, it's not a want thing. Obviously, just, you want to win it for your community, you want to win it for your team, you want to win it for your locker room or university, and everybody involved. And if it doesn't happen, or if it does happen, regardless, you have to be able to have, like I said, have enough humility, go watch the tape, fix the mistakes that are on there, and address them. And tell yourself the truth. And that's what we have to do, because there's another game next Saturday, and nobody's going to come save us and care about what just happened today.
If I were to tell you that Toledo would have a 21-point lead against a team that is starting a backup quarterback, and that quarterback didn't end the game with over 100 passing yards, you would think Toledo won the game. But not today. The Rockets fall to Bowling Green 28-23 in the Battle of I-75. Next up for Toledo, Kent State next week at home. We're here at Dwight Perry Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. I'm Yao Bonsu, BCSN.
So the Shield staying in Wood County, Toledo the edge in first downs and total yardage. So how did they lose? Well, you heard Coach Candle talk about it. The penalties, 13 for 109 yards, 9 of those penalties coming in the second half as the Falcons grab the momentum. All-time series is now tied. 43 wins for the Rockets, 43 wins for the Falcons, and 4 ties.